Hey guys, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully everybody's doing good and everything is going okay. So what I wanted to do now, I want to create another content to help you to create, to master, and to gain control of your reality. So what we're going to touch on today is an introduction to your ego, that part of your mind that I call the dream stopper. The ego is the part of your mind that really prevents you from manifesting your true desires. So let's delve into the ego and show you how it works. And you can actually recondition your ego. You can take it back. Okay. So let's talk about a few notes about the ego. Okay. What is the ego? Well, the ego exists in your conditioned mind. It's the part of your mind that has an identity of who it thinks you are. It can reason, it can rationalize, it can think, it's very intelligent, and it's a calculating mind. But here's the key. The ego is the part of your mind who thinks who you are. It says, this is who I am, this is my limits, this is my capabilities, this is what I can or can't do. That is the ego mind, okay? So it kind of gives you an idea of who you are, who it thinks you are. But that's not the real you, my friend. The real you is a powerful spiritual being. How do we know this? Well, because you exist in energy form. Your higher mind connected to your superconscious mind is the real you. That's the mind that gives you desires. So how does the ego develop? Well, the ego developed primarily as a survival method part of your mind. Now, here's something important. You can never kill your ego, guys. Everybody says death to the ego, kill it. No, can't kill your ego. Your ego is embedded in your DNA. It's part of you. However, you can recondition your ego to be a helper. Okay? It's very simple. It takes this formula that I've developed, and I'll give you the formula. I've done it. I gave it to you in my previous video, but here it is. It's awareness plus persistence equals repetition plus visuals minus time equals all desires manifested. Okay? That's the formula to use to control all parts of your mind, to change your subconscious blueprint, even to change or recondition your ego. So let's delve into the ego. I'm going to show you how it works and how it stops you from getting what you want. So, number one, the ego believes, okay, that you exist independently of nobody else. It believes you have no mother, no father, no sister, no brother. It says, hey, it's just me and you. You have nobody to help you. That's number one. Because it believes you have no one to help you, it primarily believes its job is to focus on trying to figure things out for you. That's number one. Okay. Number two, your ego has no awareness of a higher level of consciousness or existence. In other words, your ego has no awareness of what the power of your subconscious mind can do. This is what your ego says. This is what it actually believes. It says, I am the sayer and the thinker, the boss, the captain. Subconscious mind, you are my crew. You do what I say and you create. That's all your ego has. That's what it says about your subconscious. I'm the sayer, the thinker, okay? You the doer, okay? That's what it says. But here's something to keep in mind now. Your subconscious mind creates based on feelings, how you feel. That's how it generates these electromagnetic frequencies, hence they create reality. So your ego believes that's as far as it goes. Your ego says, subconscious mind, I say what to do and you just respond back to me with some feelings and emotions. That's what your ego believes. It doesn't know that those feelings and emotions are the driving force that your subconscious mind uses to attract and create your reality. Okay? Ego doesn't know that at all. So in effect, what is that saying? Well, your ego believes it creates all part of your reality. Why? Because your subconscious mind can't talk. It doesn't speak back to the ego. It's just a mind of one direction. It takes information, it processes it, and it creates according to how you feel. So when things happen in your reality, your ego takes credit. When things don't happen or things go bad, your ego creates you as a victim. Okay? So key point, remember that. You don't want to be a victim. If you're a victim, you give up your power to create. You're just like tossed around. Okay, what's some other methods or awareness of your ego? Here's some more. Your ego thinks and believes it alone knows everything. It believes it can figure everything out for you. Okay? Why does it do it? Well, it develops that because of how we were conditioned, how you and I and everybody else were conditioned. So you and I, all of us, we were conditioned to be solvers of problems. So your mind developed a fix-it mentality. That's why it's always trying to figure out everything. It's trying to figure out how I'm going to do this, get this, do that. Okay? That's how your mind works. But here's something unique about the ego that you must be aware of. Okay? Your ego believes that it can literally figure all things out. Your ego doesn't know it has limits. Hence, that's why it puts you in what I call reality loops. I'll give you an example of how it works. Let's say you want to manifest $1 million. Now, your ego says, we've never done $1 million. The most we've ever done in our lifetime is 50,000 or 60,000. So there's your first doubt. So your ego now goes into the back, to the past, scans every emotion, not emotion, but it scans every memory in your past to see if it can match manifesting or having $1 million. When it comes back, it says, oh, we don't have it. But what does it do? Instead of saying, we can't manifest $1 million, it'll tell you that. It'll say we can't do it, but it goes a step further. Now it goes over. It tries to do it now. Okay, that's why it starts to calculate. Goes around. Okay, can I get $1 million this way? How? This. That's when it tries to figure out the how. And when it realizes, or when it doesn't, because it doesn't realize, but when it realizes it's difficult, it's kind of hard to do it, then it reacts back to you with these feelings of fear, doubt, worry. See that? That's how the ego responds. So it goes in a loop. So when it says I can't figure it out, it doesn't say I can't figure it out. It just says, oh, I gotta find it. I'll find it. But the side effect that you receive from that is those emotions. So where does those emotions come from? Are they driven by the ego? Fear, doubt, and worry? Here's a surprise. No, they're not. Those emotions are coming from your higher self. Your higher mind is alerting you and letting you know that, hey man, there are some things that you desire, hence you're worrying. So the side effect is produced by your subconscious mind via your ego, because your ego is trying to figure it out. Hence your subconscious mind picks it up and transmits it to you as feelings and says, hey, for example, hey Mark, you're worrying, you're fearing, you're down. This means that you're not on the right path. You have to focus on what you want. See, that's your higher self. Your higher self will always alert you when your ego is coming in. It does it with your feelings. Your higher self knows that ego can't create, it only can maintain. Your higher self uses your subconscious to create. Okay? So anytime you have feelings, fearing, doubt, worry, it's always coming from your higher mind saying to you, hey, get back on track. This ego is here. He's trying to stop us, or he's trying to distract you from your goal. So that's how I keep in mind. What else about the ego? Well, the ego does not like to change. It likes to keep you the way you are. It loves control. It loves the familiarity. It doesn't like to take risk, and its primary focus is keeping you alive. And it does that with that loop I call that reality loop. Keeps you in there. So how does it do it? Well, if you're in a situation where you're not happy in your life, that's fine with your ego. That brings me to the next point. Your ego doesn't care about your happiness. It doesn't care if you have money. It doesn't care if you're wealthy, if you're poor. It doesn't care. If you're poor, your ego wants to keep you just the way you are, because it says, I can keep you in a loop of control where I can monitor you and keep you safe. Even if you're suffering, it doesn't care. The primary objective of your ego, my friend, is to keep you breathing alive. So Mark, the question comes, how can I get my ego to be back to where I want? Well, let's go back to the formula. Awareness. What is awareness? Let's break it down. Awareness means an understanding or a concept of your mind. Knowing these thoughts. That's awareness. What else? You have to persist. You have to start to put it in form to become habit, which leads to repetition. The more you do it, your mind forms a belief and accepts it. Okay, what else? Now, once we have that control factor, we start to visualize it. Bring your subconscious higher mind into the picture. Once you visualize it, now your mind makes it an image and starts to believe it to be real. Here's a big point. Take time out of the equation. Time is the ego's best friend. Time is the ego's best method to keep you away from what you desire. How does it work? Well, your mind uses two forms of time. One is correct, one isn't. One is an illusion, the other is everything's happening now. Which one's correct? Your subconscious higher mind. Time exists as one-dimensional form, so to speak. Everything's happening now. Past, future, present, everything's happening now. There's only the now. Your ego will use its time in logical structure because it needs to organize things to go along according to plan. Therefore, you won't get chaotic, etc. But it doesn't mean it's real. So let's prove to you how time exists right now in one form, the now. So let's say now I'm in the US, okay? I'm in the US. Say it's 8 p.m. on Tuesday night, Florida time, Eastern, and I'm on a call with somebody in, say, Australia. So it's Tuesday night, 8 p.m., and it's already Wednesday morning, daybreak or daylight in Australia. And I'm on the phone with this individual, okay? Now, if time were real, it would be the same time everywhere. But here's what's happening now. So I'm on the phone with this individual. I'm in Wednesday, and I'm talking to this person in his future, which is already, sorry, I'm in Tuesday. I'm talking to this person, which is Wednesday, his future. It's already a day later, sun's out. He's talking to me in my past, which is Tuesday night. Still there. See? But what happened? We are all talking now. What's happening? Past, future, present, all happen now. In the now. Remember now, I'm a Tuesday night. Still moon's out. Wednesday morning, sun's up. It's another day already. But I'm on the phone still in Tuesday night. I'm in his future, which is Wednesday. He's talking to me in my past. Tuesday. Tuesday already passed. He's in Wednesday. Think about that, my friends. That shows you the power of how your mind can trick you, so to speak. So everything happens now. Subconscious mind operates in that. Ego does not. So it always will try to use time. Have you ever wondered why your mind can't put you in the present moment? The ego in particularly? Why doesn't it do it? Well, it does it because of capacity. Because the now, or the present moment, everything's happening simultaneously, all at once. So that's a lot of information to process. There's only one mind that can handle all that. It can handle everything that's happening now. It can create all that right now. It's your higher mind. Your subconscious is infinite. Your ego can't put you in the present because it gets there, it gets overloaded. Because it has no control. Remember, it's limited. You only do 60,000 thoughts per day in your conscious mind. So it always tries at all costs to keep you away from the present. So that's a big key. Being in the present will get you connected to your higher mind so that you can attract and manifest. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Okay? So your ego keeps you in a memory of the past and a perceived thing of a future. Okay? Everything is now. The past is just a memory in your mind. I showed you in a real-time event that how past to future, everything is right now. My point is to show you that everything is happening now. Okay? It's all relative to the observer. So that's how time exists. It's right now. And that's where you have to get your mind in. You got to get your mind to that point. If you can get your mind to that point, then you can start to create and manifest easily. Because now you don't have resistance. Now you're in contact with that higher part of your mind. That higher part of your mind now will create and manifest it. So the key factor is to be in the present moment. What else about the ego? Okay. See, the ego loves to judge. Envious. Jealous. Impatient. What else the ego likes to do? It likes to have its own way. What does that remind you of? A child. There's the next big tip. Your ego is a child's mind in comparison to your higher mind. Let's call the subconscious the inexperienced mind. Let's call the ego the inexperienced. So let's use a child and an adult comparison. Okay? So when a kid or a child acts up, what does he do? He screams, he yells, he wants attention. When your ego acts up, does the same thing. Screams, it yells, it gives you attention by what? Those feelings that your subconscious produce because of your ego. Fear, doubt, worry. There it is. What else? Ego wants it now. It's impatient. You're a child, impatient. When they want something, I want it now, I want it now. Okay? A child's mind. So think about that. Compared to your higher mind, the ego is a child. What else? It's inexperienced. It's only 60,000 thoughts. Your subconscious mind, billions per second, infinite mind. So my question to you is, if you want to keep your ego in control and recondition it, This is the perspective you have to come at it. You have to know that your ego is the mind of the child compared to the higher. So my question to you is, would you let your child run your life? Well, guess what, my friends? That's what's going on right now. Why would you let your ego run your life? Would you give your child the keys to your car and say, drive it? Your child comes into you and say, Mom, Dad, you can't do this. Don't do that. You can't make it. You can't have it. You're not good enough. No, you look at your kid, you probably laugh. But some of us, we are controlled by our mind, our ego. It's a child's mind. So that is a big tip. Keep that in perspective, okay? That your ego is the mind of a child compared to your higher mind. Once you get that perspective, once you get that view, man, it changes your diameter. Now you will change your paradigm because now you can control your ego, okay? And that's introduction to the ego. What I'll do in a few more videos, I'll start to show you individual techniques that you will use that you can actually turn the ego around and have it become your friend by using some very simple techniques, and even your own voice. You can condition your ego, my friend. You can change it to become a helper to you. In other words, your ego won't be the distractor. Okay? So that's the introduction to your ego. Use these tips when it comes to your manifestation, and once you get that ego distracted, you will have connection, and watch how your life will change. Watch how manifestation, watch how things will start to come in, and you'll see vast improvements. Okay? Thank you guys, and I'll continue to put out some more videos to help you guys to manifest. Now, the website is up, www.markahoughton.com. I created that content, that website, as a learning platform. It's kind of like a course platform. Information is there. It's like the blueprint for your mind. Check it out. Read the material, get an understanding of your mind. Once you get the comprehension, then you can take it to the next level of awareness. I've created other contents, different programs to help other individuals. Because, you know, I'm only me, so I can coach so much. And this will definitely help you guys remove limiting beliefs. I've now created the lottery system, personally myself, that I've used to manifest the lottery. Create a coaching program, and any individuals who wish to manifest lottery winners, it's there. Take advantage. And also, once you master the courses and you're ready to get coaching, then that's when you can reach me out, contact me. Or you can also reach me at mhoughton76@gmail.com. And coaching program is designed for everything you're learning right now. I'll put it in a very simple, easy to learn system format. You use a system, we get you to change a blueprint, and you'll start to attract. Okay? The owner's manual for your mind. We'll begin. You learn your ego. Okay, guys? Thank you. Be sure to check the Facebook group out. It's Manifesting Lottery Winnings, Losing Law of Attraction Consciousness. Okay, it's a Facebook group. Lots of big manifestations every day. Huge wins, lottery, casino, anything you want. Once you know how to control your mind and use it, you see it. Okay, it's called Manifesting Lottery Winnings Using Consciousness and Law of Attraction. Of course, www.markahoughton.com, and get your mind together so that you can deserve your birthright, which is abundance. Okay, prosperity. It's all for you to take advantage of. Thank you, guys.